Hey guys, so today I thought I would do something a little bit different and I'd sit down and chat with you before we get into our budget with me. So I'm drinking out of my KK Buy mug, if you guys don't know. Okay, my girl made this for me and I'm so excited to be able to support her. She made this mug. It's got the KK Buy on it, so y'all know I'm here for it. So if you're interested in picking up this mug, then you guys can do so down below. She has all kinds of things she can personalize for you, so make sure you guys check out the email address down below. You can look at all the things that she can create. I promise you, you aren't going to want to miss it. So what I wanted to talk about firstly was shout out to you. 2019 was amazing, and you're probably like, girl, this year sucked. No, it didn't. I promise you, you were better off this year than you were last year. More than likely because if you're watching my video right now, you've already taken a step that you didn't take last year. You're getting yourself prepared. You're preparing yourself. You're already prepared. You're ready. Okay, so there are some times when we feel down on ourselves because we aren't where we thought we should be. But when we sit down and reflect exactly where we are now versus where we were a year ago, you can see the growth and the difference. And so I see my growth and my difference. This year has been the year of the stretch, okay? I have been stretched beyond measure, and I'm still being stretched so that I can see all the things that I have inside of me. It's making me have to press forward in ways that I never thought I could before. I didn't make as much money as I thought I should make, but again, I thought I should make. But what I will say is that I still didn't miss any beats, and I was able to do all the things that I wanted to. I gave to people, I donated to people, I donated clothes, I donated things that I wasn't using anymore. I was able to pay for somebody to come deep clean my house. Okay, I don't know about y'all, that's a thing in itself. At least every other month last year, well, this year, I had been on a plane. Like, I was traveling like back to back to back, whether it was for personal, for business. I was on the road, and that was a life I never thought I could live before. And it's all because I started managing my money. It wasn't necessarily I'm like completely debt free. No, I still have student loans and a car note. But you know what your girl don't have? Credit card bills. I don't. So when the Millennium tickets came out and I needed to go ahead and cop them for everybody, guess what I did? I went and ran them on my credit card that was sitting empty, hadn't been paid for. Now I just went back and paid it off with my bonus check. But I'm like, those are things that I would have never been able to do because I always kept my balance so doggone high that I couldn't even afford to buy a ticket or anything. It would always be robbing Peter to pay Paul. The Millennium tickets dropped, I was like, got our tickets, and I kept it moving. And that makes me so happy. So what I want you to do this time before the end of the year is sit back and reflect on where you were in 2018 and where you are now, and appreciate where you are now, because you know what, 2020 is around the corner and it's gonna be even better. I promise you, it's gonna get even better. As long as you keep the mindset of wanting to do better, doing better, staying focused, staying intentional with your money saving, and understanding what your ultimate goal is. Your goal will not look like my goal. My goals will not look like your goals. Like, everybody is different. But what I think you should get out of watching people on YouTube, I think you should get out of it is that people are motivated and they're doing it. It should be a sense of inspiration, asking questions. Well, what are you doing in this area? And then also sharing what didn't work for you. This is a community. The reason why this stuff works is because we're working together. I have had so many besties down in the comment section just show me so much love by just sharing, like, oh sis, you need to try this. Like, no sis, do this. There's people who make way more money than I do, and they are offering up their tips, but they're still watching because they're invested in the community. We're all trying to get better. If I can save $1, you can save $1. We can put that money back into our own communities. Like, what? Like, we're saving money out here. We are building wealth. Okay, and wealth doesn't always look the same for people, but it's something that lasts over time. Everything I do for myself, I'm teaching Bubba. When he asks me for something, he's like, wait mom, do you have the coins for it? Okay, well maybe we'll wait a couple weeks for it. He already knows, okay? So I'm teaching my son that it isn't about money just growing on trees. This is a thing that we save for. If you want something, you save for it. If you got to do something, you plan for it. That's how it all works. So I'm sorry to be on my little soapbox this morning, but sometimes I notice people getting discouraged. Don't be discouraged, boo-boo. Get back up. dust yourself off and try again. Like, you can do it. Like, even every time that you fall down, it's just a way for you to understand the process so that you can go and get better the next time. Because if you never fall, then how will you ever know what you're doing wrong? I failed in my budget several times. Hell, I still fail sometimes now where I'm like, ugh, I could have sworn I paid that and maybe something happened and I wasn't paying attention. Y'all know me, your girl be busy. So it's taught me a lot about myself, and as you deal with your money and you learn more about your money, you will become more I won't say indebted, but you'll become more friends with your money, and you'll build a relationship with it. And that's what you want to do, is build a relationship with your money so that you understand how it works and how it operates. And I promise it'll stay in your bank account longer. I got a couple of apps I want to talk to you guys about really quickly here. Down below there's a link for Flues, and Flues is basically just an app that's going to save you money on things you're already purchasing. So kind of like your Ebates, but this is a little bit more deeper. So what you do is, before you buy something, you go make sure that it's on the Flues app and that they already have something established with that company. For instance, I wanted to buy some stuff off Amazon. So what did I do? I went to the Flues app. I bought a gift card. Now you can buy the gift cards in whatever increments you want to, like down to the total. So if you want a gift card for $400.22, you can get a gift card for $400.22. You take that gift card and apply it to your Amazon payment, and once you pay for it, you're gonna get that cash back. So from Amazon, I think it was like 3% or something like that, 1 or 2, 3%, whatever it was. But anyways, you're getting cash back for spending things that you're already spending. So that was one app. You can find out more information down below. I'm probably butchering that all up, but I do know that ever since I've been saving and I've been doing it, I've already hit my threshold of $25 because I've just been doing that, buying a gift card from there and using that to pay for everything. And I promise you, it's super duper easy. I did it at Target. I did it on eBay, actually, for some stuff I was buying on eBay, and on Amazon. So I'm just saying, your girl trying to save you some money out here and earn you some more cash back. And then, so if you do that, I got ways to help you, okay? So we in the cashback game. Here we go. So you do the Flues, then you also use the Rakuten or Ebates, whatever. You can use that, and most of those sites up there have extra cashback. So again, I bought off eBay. I got my Flues gift card. I also got the 2.5% cashback from Rakuten, and then also on top of that, I got $4 of eBay bucks from there. So I'm just saying, you can find all these ways to get your cash back. They're giving money out here. Y'all need to get y'all money. So those are two apps that I think you guys should definitely get into, which is the Ebates or Rakuten, and then also trying the Flues app. I will have both of those linked down below. And when you get started, they hit you up with a lot of bonuses if you've never done it before. I am 9 minutes into this video. I was trying not to make this really long, but I wanted to sit down and get personal with you guys, because sometimes I don't like get a chance to just face-to-face talk with you in regards to the budget. So that's what I wanted to do today. So let's go ahead and get into our paycheck to paycheck budget right now. Hey. Alright, so as you guys know, I am inside of my Notique planner. I absolutely love her. She is so super cute. So let's open her up, and we're going to go straight to our budgeting section. Let me just show you how I got there. So I got these dividers from Cloth and Paper. They're the top tabbed ones. And then this is from Brooklyn Grace, the little what are those called? Labels, I guess you can say tab labels. And then I just have it with one of these things in here. It's really cold outside, because sometimes my money makes me feel cold. And then I'm using my budget inserts from my shop, and I absolutely love them. If you read the thing at the bottom, it says, manage your money, don't let the money manage you. Alright, so we did our monthly budget, and I did my paycheck to paycheck budget actually off camera this time, so you guys didn't see that, but I wanted to kind of do a small check-in before we get into our paycheck number 2. So this is how it went. My paycheck was exactly what I thought it was going to be this time. No issues there. Rent was actually a little bit higher than what I was expecting. It was $2.57 higher, so that's why that's in red. And then insurance was $265. That one was fine. Navient actually went up, and so they've split my payments now again, and it's $114 every time I get paid. So that's a difference of $23.95 that I wasn't paying before, and that is why that one is in red. iTunes will stay the same. Zips Car Wash actually went down a little bit by 33 cents. Every cent matters. And then we had Sling TV, which that stayed the same, and then iTunes, that stayed the same as well. Our cash envelopes, we still were the same there, and the sinking funds, so no changes there. And then we have the Florida trip, but this money doesn't actually come out of this account. This comes out of my sinking funds that I've already saved for, but I just wanted to mark it on here because I like to know where I'm spending my money and where it's going. And so that was $427, and I actually was able to go ahead and pay that. But again, this number is not included in here. Just a mental note for myself on things that come up that aren't necessarily coming out of my paycheck, but that I need to be aware of. All right, so the total expenses for that paycheck was $1685.07, but what it actually came out to was $1711.26. Our remaining funds that we were supposed to have was $374.93, but we actually ended up with $348.74. So not too much of a change. We're still in the green, which is really good. So even though it says 11/30, this is the first paycheck of December. So I don't actually take any of the money in this one and like go start paying stuff off. You guys know how I feel about that. I wait and I say, okay, I have $348.74 left. This automatically gets moved over into my savings so that I can start a clean slate before my paychecks, or when my paycheck hits. Just at some point in time, I know how much I need to move over, so I'm not overlapping. I made some notes down here. The Millennium tickets were $159. I had to buy D-Stash like packaging to send that, and that ended up actually being, I'm gonna write that down because it was $15. At the time I wrote that, I didn't know how much it was going to cost. And then Memphis Planner Babe D-Stash, that one was $35. That was spent there. So those are some of the extra things that will come out of this $348 at the end of the month so that I can take care of that. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our paycheck to paycheck budget for this month. Oh, and then I also did some giving for Pastor Wife Anniversary. That happened in that time period as well. So I think I'm going to just move. Oh, I kind of don't want to move her. She looks so cute. And I think I can just write just like this without having any issues. Okay, so paycheck date is going to be 12/15. All right, and our income that we have coming in is paycheck number 1. And then we also have our online income. Okay, if you guys hear any noise in the background, Bubba is here. So Bubba and little Courtney are actually here this morning because they have a game. So if y'all hear noise, that's what it is. All right, budgeted amount is $20.60. And our online income, I actually don't know how much it's going to be. I'm budgeting for it to get back to $800, and we'll find out what the actual is there. All right, so the bills that we have to pay this time are going to be our car note, and you guys know that stays the same every month. Just every so often, I make sure that the automatic payments are still going good and that they're set up, because you can only go so far in advance when you do the automatic payments. And that's $500. We know that's going to be the same because that's what we have coming out of there. We have MLGW, which I'm hoping we can get even. Like, I feel like it might be a pretty rough month. I was gonna say a good month, but we budgeted for $130 at the beginning of the month, but it has gotten like super kind of cold out here, so I don't know, but we budgeted $130, so we're gonna keep it there at $130 this time. I still am like turning things off and all that type of thing. I'm not just leaving stuff on. If you guys are wondering about this pen, it is called the Letter Pen from Collierville. I actually found this as I was doing some destashing. Liz had sent this to me in some Happy Mail, and I was like, I really didn't understand how the pen worked because it had this right here. I was like, what the world? So anyways, I think I saw maybe Planet Rocks with this, and I was like, wait a minute, I have that pen, and y'all, it writes super amazing. It's almost like a felt tip, but not too much, and it does not bleed through the paper. Like, it's low-key amazing. Anyway, small plug for that. You can find them on Amazon as well. They have the different colors. So it comes as a pen, and then this color here is the barrel, and you can buy it by itself. So yeah, that's a whole thing. So you'll probably see me with the black one next time. All right, so back to the matters at hand. Then we have Sprint. Okay, and Sprint is due on the 19th, and that is $165. I am getting closer to my dreams. I really, I really want to get rid of some things with Sprint. They work my soul, y'all. For real, they work my soul. Neither here nor there. All right, Xfinity. Okay, Xfinity is $12.28. I think it's actually, yeah, $12.28, and that is $90 we budgeted for. Y'all know how I feel about Xfinity. Like, it's a whole thing. I wish somebody would give us some cheaper internet, but I mean, the internet works so amazing, you almost don't even want to like fool with it. And then the amount of things that I do with the internet, like from streaming to uploading videos and stuff, I absolutely need to have a good enough internet for that. So yeah, and when I think about it, I'm also getting the live stream like data and all that stuff. So it kind of works. Like, it's alright. I get my local channels through them, so I'm good. Now we have Navient as well, and that's going to come out $12.15, and we budgeted for $90, but we actually know now it's going to be $114. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is put this $114 there instead of that $90 that we did at the beginning of the month, because that has changed. So this is why I like doing the paycheck to paycheck budget, because we know things are kind of going to change. You know, this helps me to have an overall view of my budget over here in the monthly, but then when I come back over here to my paycheck, I can adjust things as needed so that I'm not still looking at data that isn't authentic or real. So that's why I like to break it down. All right, and then we have Netflix and chill, and that is due on $12.28 as well, and that's going to be $17. I don't know if they're going up anytime soon, but whatevs. So we'll put our cash envelopes down here. Write that in. Matters not, because we're not going to do that. We don't have a due date for those. That's just whenever I go and pull the money out, which will probably be today if the bank is open while I have time. All right, and then our budgeted amount that we are using, let me make sure I do the $390 and $80. And if at any time I need to adjust it, I can adjust these categories that are in there, because my cash envelopes has my food, it has my gas, my groceries, all that stuff can be adjusted in sinking funds. If I ever run low on anything, I would just not put money into my sinking funds and make sure everything else is taken care of. So that's kind of how I work that thing out. We have Christmas stuff coming up, but I'm not really concerned with that. I've already budgeted for that separately. That's something totally separate from here, so I don't really have to worry about that. And I was just trying to think of any other bill or expense that I had coming up. We are doing some traveling, but I won't even have to worry about that one too much, so I'm not going to put that there. So let's go ahead and add up all of our expenses for the month. All right, so we have our car note, which is $500 plus 130 for MLGW, plus 165 plus 90 plus 114 plus 17 plus 390 plus 80. All right, so that puts us at $14.86. This is another reason why I like doing this as well, because if at the beginning of the month I was to put how much money I think I have left over, it would look like I have so much. Like over here, I don't know if you guys can see that. Over here it says remaining funds $972.88. But that's split. Oh, you guys can't even see that. So over here it says remaining funds of $972.88, right? But it is split between the two paychecks. So one paycheck I only had $300 left, and the other one I have, let's see, so we do minus 2060, so 574, right? So remaining funds is 574. All right, so that like really works out very well. So we'll just put that there, and then when we come back and do our actuals, we'll do the same thing so we know what to expect over there. I don't really have any notes other than travel expenses. Maybe that could be one that we pay attention to or make sure we have. That may be a thing, but I'm thinking we'll probably be okay with that. I like to go through and kind of mark, and since it's like the holiday season, I'm going to go through and mark the ones with green that are auto pay, so that I know those ones are automatically going to come out. This Navient is auto pay, and Netflix. The rest of them are ones that I need to go in and physically pay, so that's okay with me because it's just a reminder that I need to go and do that stuff. So that's why I mark those there. All right, you guys, so that is my paycheck to paycheck budget for this month, and also my recap of my mid-month check-in. Again, I love breaking everything down even more. If you get paid more, break it down even more. And I know you see this online income up here. This is what I use to go into savings or to pay something else. I don't count that into my paycheck budget because if that amount is different, if it's lower, if it's higher, whatever it is, I just don't count that right now. Maybe eventually I will get there, but this is mostly just going towards paying off a debt. That's how I've been paying off things, is with that YouTube income. So yeah, that's how we are doing this month. I'm really proud. Like, we're ending out the month strong, and I'm excited to see where we end up at the end of the month, to see where we are for the whole entire year. Thank you guys so much for watching and for subscribing and for following me and for the journey. I'm excited about the journey, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Mwah! KK, bye!